Okay. Open your book to page 405. Today's lesson is learn how to add and subtract fractions with a different denominator. So let's go and review a little bit about the addition and subtraction. So let's go to example 2. So you have 1/2 plus 2/3 plus 3/4. Okay, so when you have different denominator, that means think about a pizza, right? Different denominator means different sizes of pizza. So 1/2 is like this. Okay, 2/3 is like this. Okay, 3/4 is like this. So you cannot just add them together because they're all different sizes. So you need to cut the pizza into the same size so you can add the slices together. So that's what common denominator is. So common denominator is by slicing in the correct. So you have to slice it even more, make into smaller pieces. For example, okay. So you have to slice them and so forth. That's what common denominator is. Okay. So in this case, you have to cut each pizza into 12 slices. Okay, so this one is actually like this. Okay, so step 1, you have to get your LCD. So your LCD is equal to 12. So step 1, get your LCD. Then step 2, you need to go and get your fraction ready. Okay, so get your LCD on the bottom. That's your step 2. Then step 3 is go ahead and go and multiply out to figure out the top. So 1/2 will equal to 6/12. That means if you cut a pizza into 12 slices, 1/2 will equal to 6 slices. That's what that is. Okay. So 2/3, you have to times it by 4, so it becomes 8. Okay. This one from here, from 4 to 12 means you cut each slice into 3, so you get 12 slices. So you have to times it by 3, so you get 9. So right now all the slices are the same, right? You cut each pizza into 12 slices. That's what it means. So now you can go and add. Now you can go and add all this together. So you end up with 23/12, and that will be your answer. So that's the concept behind common denominator, is to cut into the same sizes, so that way you can add, because you cannot add when they're all different sizes. Okay. So that's what fraction is. So now you're going to use the same concept for variables. So on page 405, example 3, you're adding 2/x plus 5/x squared. So again, every problem you need to follow the steps. So step 1, you get your LCD. So you got x and x squared, so your LCD would be x squared. So that's your step 1, figure out your LCD. Then your step 2 is going to get your LCD fraction on denominator first. So don't do anything else. That's your step 2. Once you get your LCD, you put underneath. Now step 3 is figure out what you need to multiply to get to that LCD. So from here you got x. To get to x squared, you need to multiply by another x. So that's what you need to figure out, what you need to multiply to get to that. Then step 4 is you multiply, right? So on the bottom, x times x give you x squared. On the top, 2 times x will give you 2x. So that's how you get from here to here. So you have to figure out what you need to multiply to get to common denominator. Over here, this is already the same, so you don't have to do anything to it. So that's your step 3. Step 3 is figure out what you need to multiply. Step 4 is figure out what would be the result. Then step 5 is you add this together. So 2x plus 5/x squared. Then after that, you have to check, see if you can factor to cancel. This one cannot factor, means you're done. So that's it. So every problem, you need to go through the steps. So let's continue with examples. Let's go to example 4. So you have 7/18x squared y plus 5/8xy squared. So you need to go and figure out your LCD. So you got 8 and 18. So let's go off to the side. So you got 18 and 8. So divide by 2, you get 9 and 4, and that's it. So the number, so your LCD, you have to multiply all this together. So 2 times 4 is 8, times 9 is 72. So that takes us the number. Now you have to do the alphabet. So you got x squared and x, so it becomes x squared. You got y and y squared, so that's your y squared. So that's your LCD. So that's your step 1. Figure out your LCD. So step 2, get the LCD on the bottom. So 72 x squared y squared. 72 x squared y squared. That's what you're doing. Again, don't do anything on the top yet. You get your denominator ready. Then you go to step 3. Figure out how you're going to get from here to here. What are you missing? And you can see it from here, right? See that you crisscross the numbers. See the 9 and 4. So from 18, you need to get here, you need to multiply by 4. So you need to multiply by 4. And the x squared, you're already good. And you need to get y. So you need to have 4y. So that's what you need to multiply. So that's your step 3. Figure out what you need to multiply to get to here. So you just go down the number and the alphabet and the group. So denominator, this multiply by this, you get that. So now you do the numerator and you do the top. So you multiply, you get 28y. Again, use your fingers. You help you to keep track. Over here, the number from 8 to 72, you need to multiply by 9. The alphabet, x and x squared, so you need to have an x. The y squared, so you're good. So that's what you need to multiply. So now you multiply 45x. Okay, so that's your step 4. Step 4 is figure out what goes on the top, the numerator. So now you step 5, you go and add this together, and I'm going to put in the correct order. So when I add this together, I got 45x plus 28y over 72x squared y squared. Then I need to check, can I factor anything out? No. Okay, so if you cannot factor, means you're done. Okay, so that's example 4. Again, every point you go through exactly the steps. Okay, so step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, and keep going. Okay, let's go to example 5. You have 2 over x plus x over x plus 2. So step 1, common factor, LCD. Okay, so again, if there's addition, subtraction, you have to check for factoring. So common factor cannot. So nothing can be done. So you're done. Okay, so let's go to LCD. So again, make sure everything is all factored. LCD, so number, don't have a number. Alphabet, yes, there's an alphabet over here. Then group, so that's x plus 2. Now these two are totally different things. Okay, just because you have x doesn't mean they're the same. Just like apple and pineapple, they are totally different things, right? Okay, they feel different, they look different, they taste different, right? They are totally different things. Okay, so step 1, LCD is x and x plus 2. Then you go to step 2, get your LCD ready. So again, step 1, get your LCD. Step 2, put it on the bottom. Again, if you don't follow steps, you're going to get yourself in a big mess. So follow the steps. I'm trying to help you guys. If you want to do things your own way, then, well, can help you on that. Go for it. Okay? Then you suffer the consequence. Okay? So go to step 3. Again, see from here to here, what are you missing? Well, you're missing the x plus 2, right? That's what you need to multiply. So denominator, x times x plus 2, that's how I get that, right? Now, because you multiply by that, you need to multiply the top also. So again, use your finger, go and multiply out. So you're going to get 2x plus 4. If you cannot do it in your head, go off to the side, do it on the margin. Okay, multiply out. Okay, so that's your step 4. Okay. Okay, over here, what are you missing? You're missing the x. Okay, so you multiply, you get x squared. Okay, so now you can do step 5. You can add all this together. So you have x squared plus 2x plus 4 over x plus 2. And let's go and check see if we can factor. So 2 and 4, so 1 comma 4, 2 comma 2, 4 comma 1 cannot. So this is not factorable. So that's it. You're done. Okay. Okay, let's go to example 6. Now we're going to do subtractions now. Okay, now notice it's at 3, right? So I'm going to put it as a fraction. So I'm going to put 3 over 1. Okay, so I will get my fraction ready. So again, step 1, LCD will equal to a plus 2. So step 2, I need to get a plus 2 on the bottom, a plus 2 on the bottom, right? Again, step 2, get your LCD down here. Step 3, you figure out how you're going to get from here to here. Well, you need to multiply by a plus 2, right? So that's your step 3. Figure out what you need to multiply to get to here. Then step 4, you have to multiply out. So 1 times a plus 2, that's how I get a plus 2. On the top, I need to multiply out. So I get 3a plus 6, right? Multiply. Over here, the second fraction is already same, so you don't have to do anything to it. Okay? So now let's go and subtract this together. Now, there's nothing for you to change sign, so this one you can just do it. So when you subtract, you're going to end up with a plus 6 over a plus 2, right? 3a minus 2a, give me a, right? And check for factoring, cannot factor, so that's it. Okay, let's go to example 7. You have z minus 1 over z plus 3 minus z plus 3 over z minus 1. Now, do not cancel these. Do not cancel these. You cannot cancel because this is not a multiplication. If it's a multiplication, then you can cancel, it becomes 1. But this is subtraction. You cannot cancel with a subtraction. Okay, so you need to go through your steps. So step 1, LCD. Okay, so number, there's no number. Alphabet, there's no alphabet. Group, okay, so there are 2 different ones. So you got z plus 3 and z minus 1. So that's your LCD. So step 2, get the LCD ready. So again, step 1, get your LCD. Step 2, put it on the bottom. Step 3, figure out what you need to multiply. So from here to here, you're missing z minus 1. So you need to get z minus 1, right? Again, you need these 2, right? So that's what you're missing. So that takes care of the bottom. So the top, you need to multiply. So you can multiply out, use your shortcut, right? So z squared, that's, use your FOIL method, right? Now, O and an I, remember you add to get the middle, so it'd be minus 2z, right? That's a reverse of the master product, right? So you add, you get middle, and you multiply, you get the end, right? But you only can do that when there's no number in front of the z, okay? Only can do that, only can use a shortcut when there's no number in front. Now let's go to the second fraction. From here to here, I already have this one here, so I'm missing the z plus 3. That's what I'm missing. Okay, so again, I multiply this, that's how I get this, right? See over here? So the bottom, I multiply, I get that. The top, I multiply, I get z squared plus 6z, right? 3 plus 3, give me 6. 3 times 3, give me 9, right? Remember, master product, right? You add to get the middle, you multiply to get the end, right? Okay, now you have to get all this together. Because it's subtraction, you have to put all this together, okay? So you're going to get z squared minus 2z plus 1 minus z squared minus 6z minus 9, right? Because it's subtraction. You have to minus that whole thing. Okay, so again, subtraction, so you have to change all the signs, right? Minus z squared, minus 6z, minus 9. Then after you can go and simplify. So this and this cancels out. This one and this one, minus 8z, and this, and give me minus 8. Okay, now remember, after that, you have to check your factoring, right? So I can factor out the negative 8. Again, always check for factoring. So factor out the negative 8, I get z plus 1. So cannot. Okay, so factor cannot cancel, and then that's it. Okay. Okay, let's go to example 8. Okay, example 8, you have x minus 1 over 2x squared plus 11x plus 12 minus x minus 2, 2x squared plus x minus 3. Okay, so before we get LCD, you need to go and factor all these first, right? Again, because of square, you have to factor before you can figure out your LCD. So this one, okay, go up to the side, use your master product, step 1, step 2, step 4, master product. So you got 11 and 24. So I need to get 3 and 8. So to get 2x squared, I need to get x and 2x. So that means this will be the inside. So I need to plus 4, right? 2 times 4 give me 8. So that's the inside. So this is the outside. I need to get plus 3, right? Again, 2 times 4 give me 8. 1 times 3 give me 3. Again, you see how fast you need to do your factoring? Okay. Now let's go and do this one here. So again, master product, you're going to get 1 and negative 6. So you need to get 3 comma negative 2. So you're going to get x and 2x. So this will be the inside. So minus 1, right? 2 times negative 1 give me negative 2, right? That's the inside. The outside, I need to get plus 3, right? 1 times 3 give me 3. That's the outside. Okay, so now I'm finished with factoring, so now I can get my LCD. So LCD, so number, no number, alphabet, no alphabet, group. So I need to get the x plus 4 and 2x plus 3 and x minus 1. Okay, so that would be my LCD. So that's your step 1. Okay, now let's go and get the fraction ready. So step 2. And I'm going to put in a better order. I'm going to put x minus 1, x plus 4, 2x plus 3. Again, it doesn't matter what order you put in. Okay, whatever you prefer. Okay, so that's my step 2, right? Remember to do your step 2, or else you're going to get confused. So let's go and do step 3. So from here to here, what am I missing? Okay, x plus 4 I'm missing this one here. Okay, so this is one I'm missing, right? Again, you can compare, right? So I'm missing this one. So step 3, I need to get x minus 1. So step 4, I multiply, I get that. Multiply, I get x squared minus 2x plus 1. Right? Again, you add to get middle, multiply to get the end. So now let's go and do this one here. So this one, okay, this one I have, this one I have, this one I don't have. So I need to multiply by x plus 4. Okay, so again, so now I got everything, right? So when you multiply, I get x squared. You add, so plus 2x, right? Multiply, I get negative 8. Okay, so now you're going to do step 5. Put all this together, but remember to change signs. So I get x squared minus 2x plus 1 minus x squared minus 2x plus 8. You know what? I'm going to just write down LCD for now. Okay, save some writing. Okay, you can do that. So now let's go and combine like terms. So this one cancel out. This one and this one I get minus 4x, and this one I get plus 9. And for my final answer, this is not factorable, right? And so that's my answer. Okay? Now let's go to example 9. Example 9, you have x plus 5, x minus 2, minus x plus 3 over x squared plus 9x plus 20. Now notice the division, right? So remember what you're supposed to do with division? Make into multiplication and flip it upside down. Now you have subtraction and multiplication, so you need to do multiplication first. And again, you have to do all the factoring. So go to the side, do your master product. So it'd be x plus 4, x plus 5. And you can check, right? You add to get 9, multiply to get 20, right? Over here, you're going to get x plus 4, x minus 4, right? That's your difference of square become conjugate, x minus 4. Okay, now, remember now, this is subtraction, this is multiplication. So you have to do multiplication first. So don't worry about that right now. you have to do this part first. And multiplication, you can cancel things out. So this and this can cancel out. This and this cancels out. Okay, so this becomes x plus 3 over x plus 5. Okay. Okay, so now it becomes a regular subtraction problem. So step 1, LCD equal to x minus 2, x plus 5, right? Step 1. So step 2, get your LCD ready. Again, every problem, same steps. Right? So step 1, get your LCD. Step 2, get it on the bottom. Step 3, figure out what you're missing. So you have this one, so you're missing this one, right? To get the bottom, compare the bottom. So you need to get x plus 5. So now you have to do the step 4, you have to multiply out. So this times that, give you that. On the top, when you multiply, you get x squared plus 10x plus 25. Okay, again, you add to get 10, multiply, get 25. Okay, now let's go to the second one. You have the x plus 5, so you're missing x minus 2. So when you multiply, you get x squared. You add, you get plus 1x. Multiply, you get minus 6. Okay, so now you go and do the step 5. Go and put all this together. Okay, so you have to be careful now. Okay, because you have to minus. You have to minus over here. Minus negative 6 becomes plus 6, right? Okay, so now you can go and combine the like terms. It cancels out. This one and this one is 9x. This one is 31. And okay. And so that's it. Okay. Okay, so let's go and do some practice.